Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with a Lizard Slayer guide for old school Runescape in my endless adventure to make as many Slayer guides and just guides as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a like. On top of that, you can check me out at plenty of links down below in the description if you'd like. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the guide. So as I start every Slayer guide, should you kill desert lizards? In my opinion, it's a yes. I think they're worthwhile. Desert lizards are easy to kill in the sense that they're lower level, they don't have too much HP, so it's not going to be one of those tasks where you're just endlessly killing a high level monster that maybe seems out of your range. These are definitely meant for low to mid level players to do pretty easily. And on top of that, they're a fast task considering they're easy to kill. You don't get assigned too many of them, so overall, I think it's worth doing. For the requirements, the only thing you need is 22 Slayer. Beyond that, there will be a couple of items I'll talk about in the inventory setup that will be important, but in terms of just skills that you're going to need, 22 Slayer is the only one. The lizards are weak to everything, so you can pick whatever style you would like. In this video, I'll be talking about melee and range, since those are the two primary combat styles throughout Slayer. Desert lizards attack with a melee-based attack, and their max hit is a 3, so nothing too bad that you'll have to worry about. Honestly, if you ran out of water skins, that's going to be more dangerous to you than the max hits of these lizards. For the melee options here, down below we have 3 different gear setups you could go with. On the far left hand side, a very, very low level setup, and then in the far right hand side, a nice med level setup. If you have anything higher than that, I'm assuming you know the upgrades at that point. This is more of a low level guide. But with that said, all the things are labeled down below if you want to go ahead and get a better idea of what I have listed there. Essentially just going for some good melee defense. It doesn't even have to be anything extraordinary. And then in addition to that, some good melee DPS. So as long as you're focusing those two things, you should be good. In addition, there are a few things you could switch in if you'd like. Fighter Torso, which is kind of harder to attain, but if you have it, definitely worth bringing. And then the Granite Hammer and the Brian Saber, you could swap in for any of the melee weapons if you'd like. And then beyond that, for the range setups here, we have 2 different setups, both including a dart setup. And overall, I mean, they're very different in the sense that the left-hand side is a very low-level setup, and on the right-hand side is more of a med to high-level setup. But essentially, just switch in the D-hide for whatever is the best D-hide that you have available at your time. On the left-hand side, that is Snakeskin, which is a very early level one, and on the right-hand side, that's Black D-hide, which is the highest. So if you have green, blue, red, whatever you have, go ahead and switch that in instead. The rest of the items used are labeled down there, and then for the crossbows as well, you could swap in a crossbow if you'd like. Personally, I recommend the darts, but if you wanted to, those are 3 different options you could go with as well. As far as where we need to get to, it will be in the eastern side of the desert. I don't know how to say the beginning part, so I will not try. The best way to get here is going to be the fairy ring code CKS, but for this you need the Fairy Tale Part 2 to be partially completed. Most people aren't going to have that. The second best option is the Narda teleport that you can purchase from the Grand Exchange. That's going to be the most accessible and best option in my opinion. Then third, you could use a house teleport, either have your house located in Polnavich, or you could use a house teleport tab with a scroll of redirection and do the same thing. Then fourth, you have the Amulet of Glory that you can purchase from the Grand Exchange. You will need to have a little bit of a fee to go ahead and get on through the Shanty Pass, but won't be anything too much. And then same thing goes for the Ring of Dueling. This one also very close to the Amulet of Glory teleport as well. So find your way to one of the locations. I'm personally choosing the Narda teleport. My inventory, there's nothing too special. The only thing of main note is the ice coolers that you'll need to go ahead and throw at the lizards whenever they get to low HP. That will be the finishing hit. There's a lot of things in Slayer that do require this type of activity. Keeps it a little bit more engaged, I guess, and you could see that as a good or a bad thing, however you'd like. If you actually get this task a lot and you absolutely hate using the ice coolers, there are perks that you can buy from Slayer Masters to automatically use it for you, but personally, I just don't think it's worth it here. Once you're here though, just go ahead and get attacking. Make sure you have some water skins as well. I mentioned that earlier. Water skins are going to be direly important because if you don't have them, you will be getting dealt some pretty good damage from the desert heat, and that will actually eat up most of your food. I also have super potions here, but I mean, my gear setup and my account build and all of that, I mean, it's a little bit overkill for me personally, but I'd recommend most people to bring a super set as well. Look at me, even AFKing during the guide, not finishing the kills. But yeah, overall, there's nothing too much that you have to look out for in this task. There's no real reason that you'd need to safe spot them. I mean, they're level 12 and 20, and you'll be good to go. So overall, pretty easy task. I'm a big fan just because it's easy points, and it gets you on the roll with Slayer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you'd like to see from me, anything you want to tell me, would love to hear it down below in a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and peace.